All right, everybody. We have James here. We've worked together for quite a while. And James, I'll just let you introduce yourself and tell me, tell everybody where you were before we started working together.
Hey guys, I'm James Denoyer. I work as a beer rep for Lost Sporty Brewing, and I met Lucas in January. I don't remember the year. A couple of years ago, I met Lucas in January. Lucas, this was it the Red Ball? I'm trying to remember the event. It was at the Fayetteville Town Center. Lucas was a bartender. He was a volunteer bartender pouring Lost Sporty beer. And I kind of talked to Lucas a little bit about health and fitness. This was kind of at my low point. That Christmas, I had weighed 255 pounds, and 250 pounds was kind of like the weight where I was like, if I hit that weight, I got to do something. So this is January, a few weeks later. And, I just remember talking to Lucas a little bit about what that I had this desire to get healthier, lose weight. And, he offered to get me in his program. And I guess I just wasn't just ready yet to do that type of change. And I don't remember how, I think I might have given Lucas my number. We might have touched base a little bit. And on my own, I did a program called the Whole 30. And, I'm going through this and, I lost a little bit of weight. I think I lost about 15 pounds. So I'm in, close to it in the 240s, but I'd kind of plateaued. And now it's summer, so I met Lucas in January. Now it's July or August. I'm not even 100% certain, when it was. And I'm, going through some transformation, in the process of going through a divorce, which divorce is never positive. But in my case, it was just kind of like, I kind of decided with my divorce, I was going to improve everything instead of go down. So I was like, I'm going to reach out to Lucas. I'm going to do this program. And, I signed up initially for Lucas's 16-week program, popped in and it's like, okay, this is a 16-week, you know, 16-week commitment towards getting better. And, and me, I was 40, I'm 43 now, I was 42, 41, I don't know. Somewhere in there, I'm in my 40s. I've never really worked out in my life. I've never really focused on wellness. And what Lucas's program did, at least initially, it's like, I didn't know what a macro was. I'm like, what's a protein? What's a carbohydrate? What's a healthy fat? I couldn't have told you what any of those things were because they were kind of non-consequential to me, in workouts. So, I got on Lucas's program.
What were some of those things that we implemented, like while you got into your program, but like on the physical side and on the mental side?
Well, on the physical side, I felt better. I felt stronger. I felt muscles that I'd never had. On a mental side, it was more clarity. I am a beer rep, but I found myself wanting to drink less because I wanted to be more focused on my wellness, and, the initial goal was, I think I lost, in the first 16 weeks, I was down below 230 pounds, feeling better physically, mentally, the wellness, was where, was better than I'd ever been, and then we kind of, continued with the program. Um, you know, at, at the end of working with Lucas, like I said, when I first met you, I was over 255 pounds. At the end, I was below 200 pounds, 55 plus pounds of, fat loss. And this has been sustainable because of the lifestyle changes that, that you gave me. It's not like I lost all this weight. We all know about yo-yo diets. It's not just about the weight loss. It's about the gain in muscle. It's the gain in confidence in my life. I believe I can do anything now. If I could lose 55 plus pounds and keep it off, anything is attainable. And I'm a guy, who wasn't involved in wellness at all in his 40s, and under Lucas's program, lost the weight, kept it. And even today, my mindset is, how do I improve? It's like every day I wake up, I'm like, I don't look in the past, I look forward, and I say, how can I improve, my physical life, my mental, the mental fortitude. I mean, the whole thing, breathing exercises. I mean, the whole program has been life changing
So
for
you
me.
think outside of just like the fitness part, the weight loss and the physical parts of it, you think your mind had a big change as well
Sure.
and
It's,
other parts of it as
mental
well?
toughness. I am way tougher mentally now than than I was before this.
Right.
I'm better at my job. I'm a better boyfriend to my girlfriend.
I love that.
I mean,
That's
everything,
awesome,
every
man.
aspect of my life, has, on a physical and a mental level, has improved because of your coaching, and because of the program.
I appreciate that, James. Well, you are a hard worker, one of the hardest that's come through for sure. And I knew when you started that it was going to be tough, but nothing was going to stop you because you had that drive and that ambition to want to get there. And we had our ups and downs through it, but hey, uh,
Yeah, I mean, I had plateaus where, I'm bullheaded. I mean, I told Lucas I don't like to work out. Even to this day, I'm not passionate about fitness.
mhm,
I'm not. It's a struggle for me to go to the gym and work out. It is a struggle, but this is all about mental toughness. I mean, some people, Lucas is passionate about physical fitness, loves to work out. James, not at all. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like working out. I like the way it makes me feel. It's
mhm.
good for me mentally, but I don't I don't think before I'm going to the gym, this is the greatest thing ever. I think, man, I'm not sure that I want to do this, but then I do it and I feel better.
Right.
I mean, it's a process. It's a mental, and Lucas's program and his coaching teaches you mental discipline. We all have things in this world that we don't want to do that we need to do. Now, fitness for me, yeah, I not in love with it. Uh, but I like the results that it gives me. And it's the mental toughness. I mean, kind of when COVID was hitting, Lucas challenged me, to take it to another level. Just throwing out the circus. I wasn't quite at my goals. I was at about 215 pounds. And I told Lucas, my goal was to get below 200 pounds. That was my goal, and it was just a number that I wanted to get to. And we started a fitness challenge that we didn't quite finish, but and this fitness challenge involved no alcohol. And everybody knows me, I'm a beer sales rep. I drink almost every day. And during COVID, some people said, when it first started in March, they were like, well, I'm going to drink more. Me, it was easier. I was like, I'm going to drink less. I'm not out seeing people and going and, and seeing clients. I'm
Yeah.
working more for home. So I kind of, during COVID, took it to the next step, went 45 or 50 days without drinking, did 2 workouts a day, no sugar. And, during that 45 days, I'd plateaued around 215 pounds. I pushed those last 15 pounds off and was below 200. It's just the last little oomph and mental toughness to get, to
That's
get to
awesome,
my
man.
goals with, with Lucas's encouragement. When times are tough, I mean, and stuff's still tough right now. I mean, we're in weird times. Before this, Lucas was talking. I work in the beer business. There are a lot of my customers and long-term friends that, through no fault of their own, are losing their jobs or losing their businesses and losing their livelihoods. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Lucas. He's got stuff going on too. But at times like this, when things are stressful, it's important, to get back to basics, mental toughness, and push through. And
Right.
and that's what I'm doing. I'm back on track, and just hustling, getting my workouts in, and with with the skills that Lucas has taught me, I'm improving every day. My goal is I don't look in the past, I look towards the future, and I say, how can I get better every day?
I love it, James. I love it. So looking towards the future, getting better every day. What would you say to somebody right now who is considering getting some help? They haven't made a decision yet, but they're looking that's what they need to do. What would you say
Well,
to?
if you hadn't, if you're, I would say to somebody who's looking at using Lucas Hyde services is, me, I wasn't an early adopter. I wasn't the person that said right away, yes, I'm on board. It
Mhm.
took me, I met Lucas in January and it was July before I got on board. And I'll say, do it. I wish I would have done it. I wish I would have done it earlier. Um, we all see these, these claims of things, you know these outlandish claims of things that just aren't true. Everything Lucas tells you is the truth. If you go into Lucas's program, you listen to what he says, you use the tools that he gives you on his website, you reach out to him, you will be successful. You will be a better person at the end of his program, and he will give you the tools. So when you're done using his coaching services, you are prepared to be healthier physically, mentally, and live your best life. Uh, would I hire Lucas again as a coach? Yes. Do I 100% recommend his services? Yes. Anybody that's thinking about using Lucas Hyde, he has a special gift, and I strongly encourage you, if you're on the fence, do it. You will not regret it.
I appreciate that, James, and I appreciate your kind words that you shared with me. Hopefully, we've inspired some people. And thank you very much. Thanks for being on here.
All right. Thanks, Lucas.